Yo, how's it going, everyone? So this is the weekly digest of the progress for my input for New York. So currently we are standing over the top of Trader Zone, uh, just to get orientation. So that's Trader down there. So it's this bit that we've been working on this week. Well, I've been working on this week. So last time we were oh god, it was this bit I think in the centre of the screen. And that was where's the church? We done the church, didn't we? Where is the church? There it is there. Yes, it was this square. So this square is the new addition, and then that's linking on to what was already there at the bottom. Like, what is it? East side? Yeah, because it's like that's north, sort of east southwest. Yeah, it's like the east side of this bit of Times Square. Not a lot, again, has changed with this area. That's all still pretty much the same. Yeah, that was what it was like. So all we've done is extend the city down this side quite a bit. And we've started to open up a bit more as well instead of trying to cram buildings into every streets. None of these streets have been copied. Like, it would probably make more sense to just say, like, take like 2 streets, make up a load of buildings in them, and then just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. The only thing that's been copied and pasted is the actual streets, so that everything lines up with each other. So again, middle of the street, you can see this main road. It leads from the front of Trader. It goes all the way along, and then these roads, the avenues that go in between them bits are the only bits that's been copied and pasted. Same with the lampposts and stuff. So that means that all the streets are uniform, so they're all the same size. But as you can see, there's quite a considerable chunk of area now. This fog, I can't do anything about it at the minute because it's linked to the mouse to survival stuff. So yeah, I can't get rid of it. But yeah, it's each week it's starting to look more and more like a city. Considering this is me TPing along the floor, like, this is one street. Like, I am, to put it moderately, pretty darn excited about getting this, like, this live and seeing this place full and action popping off. I'm sitting at 59 FPS at the minute, so I've been focusing a lot on trying to get that, just the frames in it. Just, it's not, what is it, that Hasmia map? Sick map. Loads of work done to it. If any of you played it and you got Dayz editor, open up Dayz editor, load the map on Dayz editor, and just have a fly around the map. And there's some serious amount of hours gone into that. But like pretty much everybody said that's played it, god damn, yeah, it's hungry. It's hungry, and like your frames on that just get absolutely killed. So yeah, there's no point in a map looking good if it can't be played. So that's the bit where oh, tell a lie. Actually, did I copy this button? Oh look, that is, I lied. That city. How have I done that? I might have double-lided that actually. But that city block there and this city block here, they're a straight copy. I'm a liar. I'm a fraud. Can't believe a word that comes out of my mouth. I wonder how I've done that. It is exactly the same. That makes me think that I've... Oh, look, hold on. What's going on here? I might have to check Google. So I don't know whether that's street format. Or it might be because of that's dipped down there. I don't know. We'll come back to that bit. I'll look into that bit. Because that definitely isn't in line with that side. No, it's in line up to date. We'll come back to that. But yeah, as you can see, the city is growing quite a considerable bit. Central Park. I'll go up there now, and hopefully this don't crash me, because goddamn, there's a lot getting loaded in at the minute. What's that? I can hear something in the bushes rustling next to me. Where is it? I'm tripping. I'm a tripping. I did find the other day 2 dogs. I tried to record this yesterday, today being Monday, and yesterday, quite obviously, being Sunday. I tried to record this yesterday, but at the point of ending a recording, when I thought I was recording, it said that I'd started the recording instead of ending it. So I had to redo it again. But in these trees here, where these wolves and that have spawned, there was some dogs, and Dayz dogs. Cool mod. Any server owners out there, I'll be very surprised if you've got a server at this point and you haven't seen Dayz dogs yet. But yeah, they are active on server, and should be a rather fitting addition. Could get your very own Sam. Although hopefully yours don't get bitten by another wolf. I mean, it probably will. It probably will have the same fate as the one out of I Am Legend. Anyway, I digress, as some pubescent teenagers like to say. Going back to Central Park, I have been through every single street and every single building and removed where possible. I mean, see like this stuff with the roofs where it's like doing that collision. Try and get rid of that, because that's going to cause issues. We need the buildings to be like single buildings and not overlapping each other. So that has been getting worked on. But in addition to that, all the piles of garbage, so like the rubbish piles that was like in the street corners and like kicking about like over here. Where's my diggers? Where are they? Where bloody are they? Let's get lost in. Oh, there. Right, okay. So here was a massive rubbish pile. And then at the corner of here, there was loads of rubbish. I've taken them out for the time being. Because again, I would like to give this an actual test. And a lot of the cars, especially in Central Park, I did go a bit cray-cray with the amount of cars kicking about on the streets. So a lot of these will probably get removed. At least just for the test. Because I don't want to be putting it... It's nice just to be able to test it with most of the buildings and the streets and the trees, the lampposts, all the rest of the stuff, like the stuff that needs to be there. As long as that goes okay, then throwing some cars into the streets and filling them up a little bit. Maybe it don't have to be as many, you know, like do like with this chunk here, like take 2 or 3 out of the middle. It's still going to be cars about. It's still going to get that feel that there's a lot of cars in New York, but it's not going to be like, where's that main drag? Bloody bombed. Especially this street here. I've got it back up to 42 FPS now when you're in this street. Before removing all the crap, you were hitting like 20s and stuff, 20s and 30s, and that's no good. It's got to be playable. I would rather it didn't look as good, but you can play better rather than looking wicked, but you're only seeing 3 or 4 frames a second, and then everybody that jumps out on you is getting a drop on you, or yeah, it's got to be functional, man. It's got to be functional. Oh, this is the street here as well, where it's just full of them. So some streets obviously will stay like this, but the majority, yeah, ones like this, they probably end up with like a couple of cars around here. So, and in keeping with not the hopes of doing a 1-for-1 copy of Manhattan and Central Park and New York, all that. Not that it's been totally taken out, like I said in the last one, but at the same time, like the reality is kicked in where I can't have 4 buildings in one to try and just make the right skyline. Like, yeah. So, but this Central Park in the previous version came straight down that tree line on the left hand side, right in the middle of the screen now, and across where that castle entrance is. Oh, there's a dog. There's always pissing distractions. Where is he? Where is he? Where you at, boy? Definitely heard a dog. What bloody hell's he gone? I mean, I've had a rum, so it wouldn't be that surprising, but I definitely heard a dog barking there. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Goddamn. I dug up. Squirrel. Yeah, so this bottom corner, it looked nothing like it did in real life. So I deleted it all and redone this corner. So everything that side pretty much stayed the same up until about there. Then this building lot here. So this is the Apple building. See, there's like a glass square here, a couple of tables and stuff like that. The glass square that won't be getting put in, but a couple of tables, little seating area and stuff, and there's like 2 shops either side of the big building this here. So we've just stuck some hunting stores in there now for it to be sort of keeping along the same lines, but at the same time using what we got. So this, again, Central Park is pretty much going to be shut off. You ain't going to be able to walk into it. There'll be a couple of points where you can get out, because I know there's going to be a sneaky couple of sluts ears, pardon me, that will end up getting in here. And at least me personally, again, got to discuss it with Red, but Central Park, the park itself, should be getting left for now. That will come at a later date, the interior build of it. But for now, it's being all shut off. I'm blocking all off the entrances and not putting it in as part of it. Because I mean, this is one side of Central Park. So by the time you got round all this and in and out of all my little secret areas, like these sort of places, and I'm not even going to show you the rest of them. I'm going to leave it for you to go out and find and explore from. But there's a lot of little areas in here. So putting all this land in as well to doing it, definitely would say it's got to stay and it's got to be done. But the priority is going to be the external streets. Like this, I don't know how much further it's going to come out. Personally, I would say probably about 1, maybe 2 square blocks. So like if we're calling that's a square block, so probably about the same thickness, but out the back. It's out here and then chop it off there, and then that's where the border would be. Again, at least for this test, because there's going to be a lot of stuff for the server to load. Hopefully, I've got it to the point where it's not trying to reload ridiculous amounts. That it's going to be doable. It's going to be manageable. And for people's different PC setups and stuff, that it's not going to be like a proper killer. You're not going to have like the ping pong tiddly graphics cards and everything like that to be able to actually play it and for it to be usable for you. So yeah, Central Park has had a lot removed for the time being. Stuff that doesn't really affect it too much, but should affect the performance sides of stuff a great deal, so that we can get that running a bit smoother. So the bit that I've been working on now, this stuff hasn't really been changed because that was all in probably from about here. So this again got all deleted because it was originally just up to these, and then that was it. So now we've got the start of the north side, is that? No, it'd be east side. So the east side, going around to the north, so that streets are in, the trees are in, the pavements are in, and the basic sort of foundations are in. And then this sort of area here, there's a KFC there. And then this is the continuation again. The entrances to Central Park are there, but they're blocked up at the minute. So this will be going down the main street. Let's get rid of this bloody stuff off the screen. So yeah, so this will be this main street that will lead you down the side. And then again, that's going up to here. I'd probably say, well, at least my opinion, it'll probably go about one more deep. So one more city square block deep. So it'll come up. Oh, Lord. It's going to fly for a building. Get out of here, you schmuck. So yeah, that will probably come about one more city block, like, towards that way. And then chop the map off there. So, and then that will go all the way across here. Mountain will be gotten rid of. All this ground leveled out. 2 more city blocks out the back of this. And then that'll be map edge there. So it should make it. It's going to drop the size a lot, but it should bring a lot more situations for people in the same areas. Sorry, just having a swig of rum. Should bring into the situation where the map's going to be smaller, but in no way, shape or form is it going to mean that it's going to feel smaller. Just with these cities, with the streets set up the way that they are, like, yeah, like the play should still easily be able to be like one street. You go from that street, you don't know whether he's going to go down there, around there, up a building, up and over a building, in a building, through a building. Like, yeah, it's going to be interesting how it plays. So, yeah, that is the bit that I'm working on at the minute. I'm probably going to go about halfway across Central Park, so I'll probably get to about here, and then I'll stop with that, and then we'll see how much further it's going to go over there, because we might end up chopping this here, level it all out, bring that side, so the corner of Central Park could end up, say, about here, and then that'll be Central Park going down there, and then that leaves a space for like three, maybe 4 city blocks on this side. So then that'll be the wraparound. And this road, at the minute, this main road, if you went all the way straight on this, oh my God, this road takes you straight down to the front of Trader. So this road is there. That is this 2-lane where we're on there, and that road goes straight to that's Trader there, and that road should link up quite sweetly with that. It does at the minute, and I've done that so that when the map shrinks, it's going to be easier to just like click, drag, take that section, take this section, squidge them together in the middle, and then they meet. So it shouldn't really be much of a movement to be able to link them up. So yeah, will you shut up? Some crazy noises around here. What is that? It's a big hairy chapter. Anyway, right, I'm going to keep this pretty tooty sweet. It's 8:20 on Monday night. I need to sort my work out for tomorrow and get this done. So, Central Park, top corners, going round. Getting the road set up, everything like that. That is pretty much. Check Google Maps. And yeah, it's I'm quite chuffed with how it turned out. Looks pretty damn on point of how it is in real life. But this is a little bit more round, but suck it. That's as good as it's going to get for that one. Subway has also been added to. So this is going to turn into, definitely at least for me, it's going to be very much in a way linked to the law of the server. So we've all seen the shooting range one. This is my shooting range. If you want to see that, go back to the previous video. But this is the subway. So stuff like this has been put there because these are going to enable you to get into doors at the back of certain warehouses that are then going to lead you to everything spawn in. Why ain't everything spawning in? Oh, there we go. So the side walls have been put in. I've only put the side walls in the most of them at the minute. I still want to work out what to put in the middle. I don't want to leave it as just bare track the whole way. And it would be nice to get some stuff on the side, like some graffiti or something like that on the sides. And at the same time, it would be nice to just be able to go like delete a square out and then put like a little fucking like maintenance area or something like that in there, like a little square, just as another little like cubby hole bit. But this is the main bit to it, and I think this has this platform been done. Oh no, turn that back on. Crikey. No, right, okay, it hasn't. But the other platforms have started to add stuff to them, like vending machines and stuff like that. Starting to put some of that finishing features into them, so it makes them look a little bit better. Again, with having this subway over here, it enables us to be able to have like a whole like different section of the map to be used without it affecting the rest of the city. So this can be a massive area, and this is going to be multi-level, different sections. Some sections link up to other sections. Some sections it would just be total like death traps. Some sections will be bits where you can actually get from. It's just a ban off door bug or something. What is this doing? Just got to wait for it to totally open now. Might have been a bit too eager. Yeah, so this section is going to turn into just a nightmare of tunnels. An absolute nightmare of tunnels. So at the minute, and this will be pitch black as well, and it still needs all the filler stuff put in. But yeah, at the minute, this is what we've started with. So let's get a bit more atmospheric. Look at that, I've even still got the torch of the previous video I was doing because I was trying to show it. Okay. Right, so in these tunnels, put this wicked, I think it's fungi or fungus, neon signs. Wicked little mod. So I've started experimenting with these fire exit signs. So they can be seen in total darkness. You don't need a light on them, and they're pretty obvious. So clues with that one. This is the doorway that you want to be going through. At least at the minute. I could be baiting some of you by watching these videos and thinking, I've already seen the way, but a lot of this could change from the point of you being able to get on the server. So and then we have this lovely little feature. So if you don't know about that already, you shut your mouth. Nobody cares. So that little feature, you're going to have to do the water run section. But we will skip that out to the point of showing what you are going to be going through these tunnels for. So, everybody recognise that? You all know what it is. Fat, juicy loot. Fat, juicy loot. So, yeah, this is, at the minute, this is just me startup of it. So, might be worth making a mental note of that setup there. Take a screenshot. Whoosh, and then remember that. But, yeah, be warned, everything will change. So, this is just me working things out on placement and where to get the rest of these train tracks to go around and what room I've got. EVR storm. Fuck off. My God. I have to make it daylight, so it's just going to be too piercing dark. So the subways, like I said before, stuck a couple of billboards behind the trains. Oh my lord. Okay, right now that's over. Beautiful. So there's a couple of billboards beyond the trains. We've got a couple of vending machines. Another exit sign. And this is again a little clue. You can't even get out of these gates. They don't open or nothing, but there's still an exit sign on it. So be warned. Yeah. Tunnels, newsstands, benches, garbage cans or dustbins, a little piano down there because for some reason everyone likes to play a fucking piano inside of a train station or whatever and film it for their TikTok. What's a sucker cook? But yeah, so subway is still underway. Did we put a roof on that section? So yeah, this pitch black, and especially for me, there'll be mutants in here. And there might even be some scoundrels little AIs in this as well. And of course, it wouldn't be right if we didn't have another exit sign. It's next to a door. A door that leads you up a staircase. Pretty big staircase. Pretty damn big staircase. These doors are going to be blocked off. Like that one will probably open, and the next one will be shut. So you've got to probably zigzag through these doors. So you can't just run straight through. But yeah, so that's set up into that size of thing. So this will be multi-level, just a death trap of thing. This is going to be like the olden days. The first time you started going into Livonia Bunker or whatever, and you were working it out before anybody knew the route. And especially Banoff as well. Christ, the amount of times I ran through Banoff bunkers and you were leaving like one bullet at the entrance to the door where you've come through, so that you know that if you turn around or you get turned around, you come back like a little breadcrumb and you'll be like, oh shit, we've already been here, like, because you like your single bullet is on the floor still. So yeah, it'll be quite hilarious, I guess, from my point of view, watching people getting lost and dying in there just of starvation or whatever, and not having a bloody clue where they're going to go. But there will be clues linked to it on the lore sides of stuff, so it won't be a total trying to fuck you over. But it will most definitely be a big challenge for you. So this is the pier area that I've been working on. So any of you that know New York, you will know that there's an aircraft carrier and a submarine there. It's got the Blackbird on the back of it. Same thing that again, old I Am Legend, he was stood on the back of playing golf, whacking it off over into the city. And that's where he'd come and meet everybody. Was it Pier? I can't remember the name. But yeah, so anyway, this is the little interpretation of it. This area will probably just be. I wish this fog would fuck off. I can't even get rid of it with all this. Let's try that one. Clear, apply. No, it's not going to do it because it's a slag. This area will probably be, again, unique to my server, because a lot of the stuff that I'm using is governed by mods like these battleships or destroyers, the aircraft carrier, that's expansion. There's a couple of different mods for the planes and stuff like that. So yeah, it's unavoidable, because otherwise all you're gonna have on there is MiGs and C-130. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be nothing really you can put on there if you're just using vanilla assets. So something had to be added on. But anyway, this is a fucking hell. What is going on with my voice? This is a militarized pier section, I suppose. So as you can see, they've got a sub on the dry dock. There's a sub in the dock there. So that mod that you can see with all the like planes and helicopters and everything flying over, the bombing runs that are going in. So it also has a dynamic sub. So it's pretty much a submarine that looks exactly like this. And you can set coordinates for it, and it will just go off on its merry way following the coordinates round. It can stop at locations, so on and so forth. So that will probably end up as in a way, a dynamic event. So that sub's going to take off, set off from here. It's going to go a predetermined, planned route for it. And if you can follow it, or you take the time to follow it, it's definitely going to take you to a location that would be good to know. So again, little Brucey bonus for anybody that's actually watching these videos and plans to play the server. If you come down here and the sub's in this section here, you're definitely, if you've got a boat as well, you're going to need a boat. It might be worth following it. So yeah, see how you get on with that one. Other than that, we've got another aircraft carrier here that's been tried to be made to look like a little bit more operational. I know A-10s ain't a carrier-based plane, but suck a dick, it's Dayz. It's there just for the look. My voice is going nuts. Other than that, it's all just stuff to try and make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit finished off. So here we have a small container yard, and then Riffy ship. It's been changed turned into a container ship, and a couple of warehouse units, because that is what is there. And then we got some fishing boats with a civilianized pier, like a marina sort of bit. So a mooring for all the boats. There needs to be some more added in there to then make it finished off. And yeah, it still obviously needs to be added to the land, because at the minute it's not really in like a situation where it will be on map. It's going to have to be, all this is going to have to be changed. The stuff's going to have to be worked around for it, but in hindsight, it's all pretty much there. We just need to get it on map, really. This is all being tested on my server at the minute, but it's running through editor, so I'm making it on editor, doing what needs to be done on there, then putting it onto server and testing it, checking my frames, spawning a load of zombies around. I've got my graphics up to the top that they can be. So yeah, like I say, it's trying to test it as best I can. Get me a few of my buddies to come in, and we can run around, do some full auto mag drops to check the frame drop on them. And yeah, again, server really isn't. This is only on a test server, so it's pretty much at the most basic sort of level at the minute. once it goes live, it's going to be maxed out for like memory and RAM and all that sort of shit. But yeah, at the minute, it's running as basic as it can be, just for the simple fact that I want to test it with the most basic sort of processor speeds and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, there we have it pretty much. That is the progress so far. We've got the pier in, a subway's been added to. Central Park has been, like, the top section of it is being worked on. Times Square, I said if we didn't say that already, that's been extended as well. And then yeah, it's pretty much going to come down to just whacking it out. Realistic timescale. I know someone said on the comments last one that this is going to be years off. Once I've got all this sent over to Red, and he can get it put onto Map so that it's not being loaded via editor, it will enable me to be able to make a lot quicker progress. At the minute, I'm having to make an area and then chop it up street by street to then get it loaded on the server. So it's not one massive file. Like Dayz Edit is good, but like we said in the past, when you're trying to load this much in one file and the amount of stuff that's been deleted in this area, it's just, yeah, it's just not going to work. So that's why we say stuff like the roads, where they're not matched up properly and stuff like that, that is because this street has been done sidewalk to sidewalk. Pardon me, so everything left on that sidewalk, that's been done in one load. And then the road in the middle has been copied. That gets imported into the next file. And then this street gets done. And then so on and so forth. So it makes it very hard, like, to get speedy progress. If this was all on Map, and I can go on editor and I can get here and I can just go right street all the way down there to the edge of the map, that square block off there, square it off, throw the buildings in, like it should be very quick. So realistic time scale of this, once it's on Map, and fingers crossed that should be this week when we get a bit of progress for that. Yeah, realistic time frame, we should be talking about 6 months. I would say, what we now, I would say probably it would be nice to get it all sorted for Christmas. Like, Christmas would be a nice sort of time frame because everybody's going to have their Christmas holidays. Most people are going to be off work. I ain't going to be, of course, which is bloody typical. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to get this for a Christmas release. And yeah, get everybody on it over Christmas, give it a good old play test for like a month or so, see what issues, bugs, and stuff like that we can come across, sort them bits out, and then yeah, it's good to go properly. So yes, we shall leave you with an overview of the city there. And yeah, catch you next week. Boys.